Welcome back to Breezy Willow Acres. I'm Jay. Today I'm going to be planting some radish seeds. We've got this bed that we're going to be using to do those. I planted radishes in this before, then I reset it for some carrots, and then we got a real bad freeze, and we only ended up getting like 2 carrots. I'm going to leave those in there, but I'm going to plant these other radishes, and hopefully we're going to get some decent ones before it gets too hot. So this one's been augmented already. It's got new compost in it, and it's been reset. So I'm pretty much just going to dig my furrows for my seeds and put them in. And I've got 3 different types I'm going to do today. I've got a champion radish, a cherry Belle radish, and a crimson giant radish. We've had these before. They're really good. So I'm going to get these planted up today. It's really windy, so hopefully you can hear me without too much of a problem. These only have to go about 1/4 of an inch deep. So I'm just going to scrape away some of the topsoil. Going to leave a little space for my 2 carrots. First one I'll put in is the champion radish, and these need about 2 to 3 inch spacing. And I'm just going to put a couple in every couple inches. Takes care of the champion. I'll do the cherry Belle. It's real windy. I'm trying not to let the wind take the seeds away. Probably not the best time to do it, but I had other projects going on this morning. That will take care of our cherry Belle. Uh-oh. Well, one might grow up from the ground. I just dropped one. And the last one I'm going to do is the crimson giant. Like I said, in the fall we planted we got a good, decent harvest out of them. Just about every single one of these popped up. They're pretty nice, sharp taste to them. Maybe a little sharper than we expected, but they were so delicious. We had so many that Misty ended up actually cooking them up like a potato, and she basically chopped them up into squares and baked them, and they were delicious. So we're hoping to do that similar thing with these this time. We like to eat them raw as well in salads and such. But so many different things you can do with these. This will probably be the last time I can plant any of these for the season before it gets too hot here in West Texas. Now all I'm going to do is cover up the seed. Before the wind takes them away again. Things. I have been watering our 2 lone carrots there in this bed or planter the last week or so, just to give them a fighting chance. So the soil is pretty much, it's still great to get something else going for what we want to do for the spring. Now this bed, or this planter, I keep calling them beds, but this planter, I'm going to actually do some amending to it. We had beets planted in this one and some various other things like cilantro and some mint. We actually have the mint coming up again, so I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that yet. I don't want to ruin the mint, because if I don't have to reseed it, I don't want to have to reseed it. But at the same time, I need to put some more potting mix in here and some compost. So what I think I'm going to do, and I'm going to try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm going to actually try and... Oh, it looks like we got some ants in here. That's always a fun thing. I'm going to do... There we go. I don't know if they'll fix it or they'll stay alive. But the rest of this, I'm just going to take my handy-dandy garden knife here and loosen the soil up underneath. This goes about 6 inches down. This is about I believe it's a 9-inch deep planter. But I'm just going to loosen this all up. Soil. Nice likes compost and manure. Mixed in. It's pretty aggressive, so I'm sure it will probably survive. This bed we're probably just going to be doing various herbs. I wanted to get it ready for when we do decide what we're going to put in here. So we've got 3 of these planters that I built. In this one we've got some blue Russian kale, and we've got some, it's pretty much taken over the bed, but we've got some carrots that are a little bit older. I'll probably be clearing out the kale here very shortly so that these carrots have a chance before it gets too hot. But so we're pretty much ready with these planters. Next thing I've got is to do our 2 green stalks. We had some oregano that we started in the late summer, and I thought it was going to die off in the middle of winter, but this stuff is coming back like a vengeance. I think it's almost as persistent as mint is. But let's go check out our main garden. So one of the things we've been doing is we're getting a big old compost pile going. We got most of the stuff mucked out from our birthing stalls, and that's what we've got here. And we're going to be basically letting that compost over the summer. And then we have our 2 starter compost barrels that are almost ready to go. I might be using those in the main garden for some stuff. We'll have to see. So here we have our main garden. At the end of summer, I expanded it, and we're basically trying to do the back to Eden method with the mulch. We do have our garlic in the ground. We had so many garlic bulbs I had to plant a few over in this bed. And we have all of our garlic here. That's coming up very, very nicely. I got to do a little bit of weeding in there in the next couple of days. We have 2 different soft and 2 different hardneck garlics. So we're going to have a nice variety of different garlics. I'm planning on taking out the actual beds, the wood that are making up the beds, and we're just going to kind of open plant in the rest of this spot. I'm going to be putting in quite a bit. I've got squash, zucchini, a couple different squashes, some zucchini, various other different things that is not coming to my head right now. I did do a video on all the things we're planning on planting, and I will link it at the end of this and in the description. I'm going to be taking down this trellis and moving it up to the garden up at my parents' place. We're going to be actually putting all of the trellising vegetables up there, and then this is going to be all the ground level vegetables in our garden here. And then as we come out, we did a little experiment with some pumpkins towards the end of the season. We weren't expecting to get anything. We were just trying to see if this part of the property would be good for it, and we were getting some amazing growth on basically the 5 pumpkin seeds I planted before the first real heavy frost came in and killed them off. But it tells me this soil is really fertile, and so we're going to be planting some sort of pumpkin and or watermelon here. I'm probably going to plant another set probably over just at the curve down on that side of the hill. I've got to leave myself some room for the tractor, and then I'm probably going to plant a couple of others up at my parents' house just at the crest of the hill so that they'll kind of grow down the hill and it won't really interfere with anything else. So we've got some plans going on as far as everything we're doing out here. Going to be very busy now that kidding season is over for us and we got 13 gorgeous babies running around. I can start focusing on this more and see what kind of trouble I can get into with this garden. Got a lot to do, and I'm going to keep bringing it, and I hope y'all come along for the ride. I'm looking forward to it. This will be our first year with a full-on garden, so we'll see how things go. Gonna get some onions in, eggplant, lots of peppers. So hopefully I have enough room. I probably won't, but it'll be fun to figure out how everything's gonna fit. One of the things I want to do is get some thornless blackberries and some raspberries and stuff and plant them along the edge of the pond over there. We've got some thorned blackberries that grew in last year, but our wildlife here kind of got to the blackberries before we could do anything with them. I'm not sure how to fix that yet, but you can see this one. It's a thorn blackberry plant. We've got quite a few of them in here. So we'll end up with a lot of blackberries this year. I just hope that we can get to eat them before the wildlife does. So we're going to be transitioning into garden season, as I know a lot of you are. I hope that everyone is doing well and they're getting their gardens in as much as they want. I know everyone's been busy. It's been a crazy season. If you've got goats and you're in the middle of kidding season, I hope everything goes well for you. We had a few rough spots on our own, but we have some gorgeous kids running around. Mamas are healthy. And we're just continuing on our day-to-day life. So, more to come. I got green stalks to do. Going to be putting a lot of herbs in those and figuring out what to do with these other 2 planters as I clean up the one, and I've got the other one ready to go. And we'll just see what we get. Y'all have a great day.